Hey all, how are you doing? I'm just going to talk about another important topic today, which is called mirror neurons. It is nothing but a kind of an electric and chemical reactions which registered in our brain, which is called mirror neuron. We are designed to learn from our social behavior and culture, which is very true. Everybody knows about it. Our minds are tend to observe, learn, and imitate from the people around us, mostly conscious, sometimes without conscience. This is called socio-reflex, which is an association of a kind of a mirror reflex. For example, when you're in a group or when you're traveling, when we see somebody yawning, we immediately tend to yawn without even realizing whether we are tired or not, doesn't matter. It comes correct. So, this is a typical example of mirror neurons reaction in our body, which makes an impact of physical sensation in us. When we attend a meeting or when we are in a conference and when we are influenced by the speaker, we tend to nod our heads. Okay, it's a kind of a we become a mirror of that person, and in terms of whatever he says, we keep nodding. That means that I like what he says, and like also I do not know. This is a new topic. I'm just learning, but sometimes whenever he says something which I know already, which I agree with, that we make a big nod. All right, this is a kind of a real influence that we get from our society, and we are also associating with our ideas, knowledge, style, and also whom we spend time and admire with. I think you all agree with that. Okay, every reflex has an impact. The past predicts our future, but certainly, indeed, the present reflects as a mirror in our life as the neuron reacts. Here is where we need to be careful of where you are, whom you associate with. The impacts are registered as electric and chemical signals in our brain. We also call it as a kind of a memory. These can surface anytime. This can reflect as a positive and a negative impact. That's why we need to be very careful about what we think and what we associate and what we concur and what we take it to our brain, which becomes a mirror neuron reflex in ourselves as a good contributor in the society or to the corporate or to the place where we work or we are associated with. We can also make others to reflect with our influence or our talks or our pattern of life, making an impact in others' neuron as a mirror. This is so interesting, isn't it? Let's talk also about more interesting topics to understand our inner life and let's have some fun. Thank you, guys.